The Vatican's chief exorcist said that Lucifer hates Latin and prefers to speak in English, even if the possessed person does not know the language. To give an example, the exorcist claimed to have once encountered Lucifer on the morning of 1997, at which time a young Italian man was brought into his office in Rome. Amorth noted that the possessed man knew only his native language, but the demon inside him spoke perfect English. The priest began the exorcism session and demanded the demon give his name. He was shocked when he was told that the demon was Lucifer himself. When the exorcist ordered Lucifer to leave the Italian, the young man's body tensed, rose above the floor for a few minutes, and then collapsed into a chair. Afterward, Lucifer admitted defeat and named the exact day and hour he would leave. Amorth recounted. Gabriele Amorta 1925–2016 is a name that has become synonymous with exorcism and spiritual combat with demonic forces. An Italian priest and exorcist of the Catholic Church, he spent much of his life dedicated to fighting alleged demonic possession. Gabriele Amorta's biography and work have left an indelible mark on modern history and have elicited a wide range of reactions, from reverence and recognition to skepticism and criticism. Gabriele Amorta was born on May 1, 1925, in Modena, Italy. He received his seminary education and was ordained a priest in 1954. As he began his ministerial journey, he could not have imagined that his name would come to symbolize opposing versions and interest. However, it was after he was appointed as an exorcist for the Roman Catholic Church that his life began to take a surprising turn. Exorcism is a ritual practice designed to expel demons from the bodies and souls of people who have supposedly been influenced by them. Gabriele Amorta, encouraged by his faith and belief in the reality of spiritual forces, became one of the most famous and active exorcists of his time. Amorth performed hundreds of exorcistic seances during his lifetime. His methods included the use of ancient prayers, rituals, and ceremonies prescribed by the Catholic Church for such cases. He claimed that his job was to help people allegedly attacked by evil spirits. In his work, he encountered a variety of symptoms thought to indicate demonic possession, from aggression and voice changes to strange movements and abnormal states. Gabriele Amorta, a Roman priest, remains a figure widely spoken and written about in the context of his role in exorcism. His methods and practices in this field have been both admired and controversial, and it is important to consider some of his actual practices in this area. One of his methods was the recitation of special prayers, including the prayer of St. Michael the Archangel, which is considered protective against demons. This was one of the key elements of his practice, designed to drive out evil forces. Amorth also drew attention to incidents that he believed demonstrated abnormal behavior associated with demonic possession. He described instances of people changing voices, falling into trance-like states, making strange and violent speeches, and experiencing convulsions and unexplained physical symptoms. He also claimed that the presence of demons could be determined by their reaction to spiritual symbols and objects such as crosses. If a person began to react aggressively to these symbols, this, according to Amorth, indicated the presence of demonic influence. However, Amorth's practices drew criticism and doubt. Scientific experts pointed out that the symptoms he believed to be demonic possession could be attributed to mental disorders, medical problems, or even manipulation. Nevertheless, Gabriele Amorth's activities have been the subject of much discussion and controversy. While to many believers he was a hero who freed souls from evil, to scientific experts his methods and claims were questionable. Medical and psychological science tends to favor the idea that many of the cases that may have appeared to be demonic possession may have psychic or medical explanations. Skeptics believe that Amorth and his fellow exorcists may have been a kind of therapist for people who needed spiritual support and believed in the power of exorcism. This approach ensured their popularity and acceptance in certain circles. Gabriele Amorta passed away in 2016, leaving behind a long-surfacing debate about the nature of demonic possession and the role of exorcism in modern society. His legacy is as much a dialogue between faith and science, mysticism and medicine, as it is controversial methods and beliefs. Gabriele Amorta remains a symbol of the deep inner conflict between faith in the unseen and the claims of the scientific method. His story will forever be remembered in history as one of those that confront us with difficult questions about what is reality, faith, and the limits of human cognition. Importantly, Amorth's work has been the object of both deep faith and respect as well as serious criticism. His practices and methods, as well as the debates surrounding them, continue to occupy an important place in the history of religious and spiritual discussions, raising questions about the boundaries of faith, science, and spiritual knowledge.
The devil's greatest weapon is deception.